Yo, what's up, guys? Sorry, this is a little awkward. It's in the floor, so my bad. But what I got for you guys is the draft board behind me. Really, the first time me really looking at it right now. So we're going to not go over every draft pick. We'll look at some good stills, maybe some overpayment on each team. And then I'll do my post-draft recap, and it was close this year, guys. Holy cow. So if you're ranked low, don't take it personal because it's really a toss-up this year. It's tough with these rosters, but let's start over here with Austin's team. You can't even see me, so that's dope. He gets LeBron and Steph or Curry early. Then, I question his power forwards. Willie Cauley-Stein here, Kenneth Faried, and Dwight Powell. I mean, that's some tough power forwards. Obviously, wasn't much yellow on mainly any team. I didn't only have one power forward. The board says two, but ESPN says one. So I struggle in that department as well. But he has plenty of trade bait with Steph and LeBron if he wants to get rid of one. Even Marc Gasol for sure. But this was Austin's first draft. The only thing I can really say is your last pick, Dwight Powell, you spent $74 on. And, if you look at the board for $74 more, you're talking plenty of players you could have got. Could have got Tristan Thompson, another big man. Could have got Mike Conley, a point guard. Some top-notch players that are definitely up here that I see. Greg Monroe, $51. Could have got him. There's a lot of players up here. You ended up, I can't blame you. You spent a lot of money early and just got worried there towards the end. Towards the end, there probably wasn't much left. But it's something to look forward to for your next draft. Come here to Josh's team. His two big spins looks like Anthony Davis and Paul George. You can't go wrong with AD. Neither Paul George. He drafts Iguodala with his first pick, who should see a lot of playing time as long as they're winning by a quadrillion. Interested to see how Jiang does. Really, the cutoffs are really quick for everyone this year, but his last pick, Patrick Patterson, $38. He's starting, so it's not bad. Dante Exum, Alec Burks, same team. Practically sharing the same spot, but Exum's coming off an injury, so we'll see. Bogdanovic, Marvin Williams, Jared Bayless. I don't know, man. It's a tough year. But he spent a lot on Anthony Davis in 270, so we'll see him. Buddy Hield, what he spent for Buddy, 32. He'll get that starting spot. Come over to my team. It's not that great either. My top two players were Damian and Drummond. Didn't spend over 200 on a player. I got Tyreek out for a while. Hopefully this Chris Dunn pick pays off. I'm hoping so anyways. I don't talk much about my own team, but I don't want Zach LaVine. Over to Sean's team. Much different strategy for Sean. In previous years I've drafted with him. He went for some dub guys instead of just points. And then an all-around stat guy in Draymond. Whiteside's going to get you the block, spending 200 there. And then he gets Chris Paul for 190. Great point guard to have. But let me throw this at you. Would you rather have Chris Paul or John Wall? That's last year I'd rather have John Wall. And he went for $30 cheaper, John Wall did. So it's just when these guys get nominated, you guys know how it is. I think Chris Paul's a great point guard, though. Definitely. He gets Dirk for his 10th straight year ever. Gets Kate Love, DeRozan, Favors, Gordon. Some good players. Sean in the same boat. Ends up spending $67 on Lou Will at the very end. Could have got him some better players, but just like I mentioned with Austin, when you spend so much money early, you freak out. So it makes perfect sense. You maybe not get these fillers and have to settle for bad players. So not bad enough for Sean. Come over to Heath. He spends the most money again on a player in the draft. The only player that broke the $300 mark. Russell Westbrook, $315. Of course, he's worth it. He goes Jimmy Butler. He actually drafted LaMarcus Aldridge, but him and Victor traded after everyone left. Klay Thompson for Aldridge, straight up. Helps Victor out a lot in the power forward spot. Gives Heath a dramatic 3 increase, which his team is pretty 3 heavy. We'll see how Noah does playing for the Knicks. I'm iffy about this one. Iffy about JR. I want to say Zaza does good, but I don't know. We'll see. Tristan Thompson, he's going to do great. Jeff Teague, new offense, should do good. You know, Kyrie down here for 103. I think it's a steal. I think it's a steal for Kyrie Irving. That's just my personal opinion. Wiggins took 50 for Brandon Ingram, the rookie. Should have a good year. I don't know. You know, it gets bad down here, you know. He always says Kyle Korver. He ain't no good. Tony Allen, he ain't no good. McConnell. He says JaMychal Green starting down there in Memphis. So if he is, that's a great steal down there at the very late rounds. Ginobili sucks. Sean Livingston should be a good pick. Should get a lot of minutes. Go for the Victor's team. Now, if we're getting to my power rankings, we all know Victor was quiet for about an hour and a half in the draft. And this is why he drafted Klay Thompson first. Like I said, traded for Aldridge. It goes James Harden, Kevin Durant, DeAndre, Kyle Lowry, and Conley. And then it's just like, well, I got 6 players. Got to get 19. God dang. I think he said when he had these 6 players, Santana had 1. And then when Santana finished his full roster, Victor still had 6. So that's pretty bad. But this is where I call the cutoff line for Vic. You know, he goes Alex Len, who had a great last year. We'll see. Phoenix has a bunch of big men. He already dropped Jared Solinger, someone he drafted. Patty Mills, bad. Hibbert, we all know Hibb. Brandon Jennings, Nurkic. Nurkic could be all right. Hollis Thompson, Dragon Bender. Then he picks up 5 people there at the end, just when everyone was done. I mean, that's how bad it was. You know, Ish ain't bad. Seth Curry could be good. Jamal Murray and Bob Mute and Trevor, but, you know. Jory's already dropped some of these guys. So, like I said, he already dropped someone he spent $16 on in Jared Solinger. Compared to Cody, gets Cat at the start with his first pick. Then goes Giannis. Spends a lot of money on those two, both over 240. Gets Kemba for 59, ain't bad. Collison for 28. See how Ron Anderson does. He's really never fantasy relevant in the dub category anyways, but he could be a different year. I think Enes Kanter for $16 is a good price. But, you know, the cutoff again, I mean, who knows what Markeith's going to do. You know, Otto Porter, Caldwell Pope, Wilson Chandler, Will Barton might be all right. Ilyasova, new team. Mirotic should be all right. You know, Courtney Lee. I like this pick right here. Amir Johnson for $2. Really like that pick. And then Cody again, $35 on his last pick, and Alafor Camino could have spent it somewhere else. But that's the struggle of spending money early. Going over to John. I must say I really like John's team. Because when this team gets fully healthy, and, you know, if he makes maybe a move or two. I mean, his first pick was Michael Carter-Williams, which, you know, is a backup. He's a backup to Rondo. But think about it. I mean, we're going to have... Sorry, LSU just got a fumble 6, so sorry. A lot of people have backups. Worse backups than Michael Carter. Michael Carter's going to play a lot, and he's going to get assists. Got Carmelo, Serge Ibaka, Rondo. There's the starting point guard, and there's the backup. Porzingis, D-Wade, Greg Monroe, Valanciunas, D. Rose. If he stays healthy, that's great for $22. Rudy Gay, the Dragon, Gordon Hayward, if he can stay healthy, great pick. Vucevic, Drew Holiday, if he can stay healthy. Covington, Gordon, Marcus Morris, yeah, not the best. Luol Deng going to get replaced. And Eladova. But, I mean, the cutoff for a lot of people has been after 9 or 10. And John did a really good job. Much better from last year. Then come over here to Mr. Phone Call. Santana, who was the first one done at the draft. Goes DeWiggett, Kawhi, Ben Simmons, who's hurt, Al Horford, Powell. Great. I love the price for Powell, $52. Rudy Gobert, which is hilarious because he thought he drafted Rudy Gay, and everyone found that funny because he was cussing up a storm. Gortat, an injury-prone player in Gallinari. Rubio, who might get traded and might not be the best player for him if he goes to a bench role somewhere else. Zebo coming off the bench. Don't know if he knew that, but I still think Zebo has a good year, regardless coming off the bench. I think he gets good minutes. Trevor Ariza, we'll see. He's getting really old. I think Kevin Fournier, I was really mad when he got him. I think I was in the bidding war with him. I think he has a breakout year, and I think that's a good pick. He went shooting guard heavy right here. Avery Bradley, Monte Ellis, Alfred Payton down here at the bottom for 45. That's pretty good. Reggie Jackson, who was hurt. Like I said, I've mentioned the few hurt players on his team. You got Jordan Clarkson, Tobias, Robin Lopez. Another good team. When this team gets healthy, and if it can stay healthy, is a very good team. Come over here to Brandon. Drafted Rodney Hood. I don't know much about Rodney Hood, so I'm not going to say anything about him. He gets Dim Cousins again. He goes Paul Millstats. Chris Middleton, who might be out for the year. He didn't know that one on draft day, so that one really hurt him. I'm sure that's the one that's on IR right now. Don't know who this is. Oh, Thad Young. Oh, good pick. Isaiah Thomas, Eric Bledsoe, John Wall. These three picks right here were fantastic. Isaiah, Bled, and Wall to complement Paul Millstat, Dim Cousins, and Thad Young. Then he goes Nerlens, who's injured right now. Going to miss a little bit of time. Nicholas Batum, great pick. Usually a great pick. Knocked your $81 off of him. Then he sort of has the drop-off as well, as I've mentioned, and most people do, because Kent Bazemore, who isn't bad. Rondé Hollis-Jefferson, we'll see. I think he was a rookie last year, and if he is, then he's a really good stiller, and I think he has a lot of upside. MKG, never been very fond of him. We'll see what DeMarre Carroll does this year. I'm pretty sure he spent most of his last year injured. He goes with Timofey Mozgov, who looks pretty good in the preseason for the Lakers, but it is the Lakers, and we will see. Gets Deion Waiters. It's weird he's listed as a point guard on these stickers. Playing for the Heat now, I'm pretty sure. Gets Allen Crabbe. Who knows? You got to have bench players, though. Jared Jack back up somewhere, but he's hurt right now. And then Taj Gibson, not bad there at the end. All in all, most teams are pretty even. Like I said, it's tough. It is very tough. So now I'm going to count them down. Actually, I'm going to count them up 10-1. So, but some of mine is based off when your team gets healthy and whatnot. But if I say your team first, it means you're the worst. On my opinion, obviously. My opinion. Whatever I think usually is not right anyway. So only time will tell when these players actually play. But starting off in the 10 hole. Stuck that on wrong. So we'll do another one. 10. Worst draft, in my opinion, Victor. We'll go put the 10 on Vic. Moving up to 9. And I'm telling you, man, it's tight. And you probably aren't 9th. But we're going to go Rookie of the Year and put one on Austin. And most people will be like, how can you put a 9 on someone that has LeBron James and Stephen Curry? It's just the rest of the team. Just to me. For now, until it's proven. Then I'll shut my mouth. And we'll go up to 8. Some people call him Mr. Shoulda, Coulda, Woulda. And that person is Cody. I know Cody always saying that I'm always hating on him. And so there you go again, Cody, number 8. Not last. Number 7. Oh, man. I hope you're better than 7. Because I know you want to be better than 7. You did do better than last year, but Brandon gets the 7th spot. Like I said, these are tough. They're all tight. They really all are, and it's all opinionated. Number 6. Someone else at that table. I'm going to go Josh. About middle of the pack. Not too bad. Sorry, Leonard Fournette busting on him right now. So not bad for Josh. So now, if your team's left, that means you're in the top 5 in my eyes. Which is left is myself. Maybe I'm biased, maybe I'm not. Sean, Heath, John, and Santana. So let's find out. Let's see who's number one. Number 5, I have myself at number 5. See, I'm not first. I really don't know about my team. I like looking at it, but we'll see what they do. Like I said, when these guys get healthy, it could be a different story. Number 4, who I got number 4? All right, let's see who I got at number 4. He really likes his team. Talked to him enough. By trading for Clay and trading away Aldridge, I think actually hurts him a little more because he could have used a little more rebounds. Because, I mean, Russell's going to get your rebounds. Noah should. Zaza, like I said, I'm interested to see how he plays. Tristan will, but, I mean, you just add Aldridge in there. He's going to get some. So, he takes a hit. He already had threes, but maybe he's just locking up threes. So, I think he loses a little bit just because he lost some rebounds. And right now, if y'all seen the waiver wire, it's not pretty. Still not bad for Heath. He's doing really good for spending the most money on one player for sure, cracking the top 4. Number 3, someone that's really positive about their team as well. I'm gonna go Sean. This was my number 1 last year. Just on draft results, and like I said, I mean, y'all saw how bad I was last year. Had Sean at 1, and I think he ended up finishing 6th. He might have been the 9 seed last year, entering the playoffs, 8 or 9. So these usually don't mean anything. I mean, trades can happen too. Number 2, so it's down to John and Santana. And if y'all know anything about John, this is fantastic for you to be in my final 2, considering how bad it was last year for you. So congratulations on being in the final 2. But are you number 1? Oh, let's put it on. Yeah, Santana. Santana is my number 2 team. He drafted big man heavy, and I like the strategy because it's worked in many years. And this guy right here, Ben Simmons, if he can come back, it's a big if right now because you know how the Sixers are about their first overall draft picks. Just throw them on the bench for a year. So we'll see. I mean, maybe they want another first overall draft pick and going to draft another big guy. Never know with the Sixers. But, I mean, you only spent $9 on him, so it's not like you spent big money on him to lose him for the whole year. Number 1, the last man standing. I either had him at 12th or 11th last year off my results, and he is my number 1 just because I feel like he has the whole team besides, the Marcus Morris and Luol Deng. But, I mean, still, they're not going to be bad compared to some other players that other people are going to have on their team. So, number 1, the John. So, congratulations to everyone. Let's do a quick recap if you forgot. Starting at the bottom, Vic, Austin, Cody, the B-Man, Josh, me at 5, Heath, Sean, Santana, and Big John up top. Be making a video here soon and posting it for week 1 preview. So, once again, good draft, everyone. Good draft. That's all I got to say. It's going to be tough this year, guys.